Okay, welcome guys. I'm so excited that you're here to talk about Flixsterz and a great opportunity we have for you once we've gone through some of your Flixsterz questions. Now, before we start, I don't want to be speaking to myself, so if you can just put a 1 in the box for me to tell me that you can hear me. And if you can see my screen, and the screen will show you the presentation. So give me a 2 in the box if you can see the presentation that's showing Flixsterz next. I can see all ones, I can see all twos. That's good. So I'm not talking to myself, I'm presenting to myself. That's great. We're gonna give a little, a couple of minutes for people to join the webinar, so that when they even come late a little bit, that they can post their questions here. So what I want to ask you during those couple of minutes is, you've obviously bought into Flixsterz Next or the Flixsterz previous version. And what we will do is we will shortly go through, what the Flixsterz Next options were. Okay, I'm just gonna, push your brain a little bit that if you see some benefits that Flixsterz Next has, and you've tried it out, that you can at least post that question here. That's what this session is about, to answer all of your questions that you have about Flixsterz Next. The other objective I have is to make you realize what Flixsterz Next can offer to you, marketing online, but also as a business. Okay, so make sure you put the questions in the box. Just a little bit of housekeeping here. I am at the moment in Orlando, Florida. Kim and I are going to Funnel Hackers Live tomorrow. So I am just on my laptop. That means I have to switch from the presentation to your questions. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit of an organization, but we will manage that. So Kimberly won't be on the webinar today. She and her mother and our child have gone to SeaWorld, and I must say, if I had have the option to go there or do this webinar, I don't know, probably would have gone there, right? I've been there already, but my little girl hasn't. Awesome. So let me go to, okay, just checking your questions a minute. Eric, we're going to talk about using your own URL. Yes. Yeah, I'm flying solo again, Delphi. Okay, so let me go to the presentation and walk you through. I need to close a couple of windows else I don't see it myself. Okay, so this presentation is about channel mastery. Now, if you've noticed, there is a little bit of a difference from previous presentations, because we're not just going to talk about channels online with Flixsterz Next. For that, I'll just keep up the suspension a little bit. For those that do not know myself or Kimberly, we've been in the online marketing business for about 7 years right now. We are super affiliates on the JVZoo platform. I'm a launch consultant. I help other people launch their products online. I write my own copy for all our launches and for those of others. We create products with developer teams. For that, I'll talk to you a little bit next on the next slide. And I've authored a book called Launch Secrets. Now, I'm not the only person that you will hear today on the presentation, so I'm not on my own, so not completely going solo today. You will also hear from Craig Crawford. Now, I've known Craig for quite a while now. We've met on one of the marketing summits that we joined together. And Craig is a TV channel producer and a marketing expert, and he will talk to you about how you can monetize channels, not only online but on TV. We've launched quite a bit of products, not only Flixsterz Pro and Flixsterz Next that you apparently know. You can see all the products here that we've launched in the past. And our objective is not to just launch multiple platforms into the market. It is really to, make you a profit. First of all, to make you more revenue, and bottom line, to make you more profit using tools that we create for you. Okay, we have a strong reputation about reliability and customer support. That is what we are trying to be strong at. Now, that doesn't mean, even if you've bought into Flixsterz Next, that we respond instantly, right? So our team of support is there to answer your questions. They also have a private life. That means whatever their opening hours are, they are responding to your questions. And most of the times it's done in 24 hours. For those of you that have bought into the white label version through the webinar special, we are creating for you a personalized support on Skype. Okay, so whenever you've bought into the white label version of Flixsterz, you can just reach out to me on Skype, and I will put the Skype address at the end of this webinar into the box so that you can reach out to me and we will create that personalized support for you. That means you can just put in your questions there and we will answer them pretty quickly whenever support is online, whether by myself or by our support people. Now, the reason why we started Flixsterz was because a couple of years ago, and we will meet Russell in the next couple of days during his event with Funnel Hacking Live. This is what Russell introduced. And I hope you can hear the audio. If not, I'm so sorry. You'll have to see the presentation, right? So I'm not sure if you can hear this video, but this is a portion that out of a complete webinar that Russell did. And just at the end, he introduced FunnelFlix to his audience. And I was thinking, why is Russell Brunson doing this? So I went to the sales page, and on the sales page, he explained more about his FunnelFlix venture. And it's basically his channel, call it his Flixsterz channel, right? Where he puts on his own videos and other people's videos. Because as you can see on this slide, yes, they are videos that Russell does himself, but you can see also a video from the Warriors Way Doctrine and Jay Abraham. So we thought, okay, that's unique. Why would you not use, platforms like YouTube, Facebook, etc., just to put those videos on? Well, why? Because he's selling this software for $297 a month, right? So that's $297 monthly that you can have access to his videos. And you can't do that on YouTube and Facebook, right? You can't monetize that. So that's why we created Flixsterz. And originally Flixsterz was just the video portion of it. And with Flixsterz Next, we added the podcasts and the blogs, right? So you have one platform where you can do your blogging, you can do your podcasting, and you can do your videos. Now, what I always suggest people, if you're producing your own content, and you already know that you don't have to produce your own content with Flixsterz because you can pull in YouTube videos from others into Flixsterz. But if you do produce it, always produce the video first, extract the audio for your podcast, and then there are enough softwares around. We have our software BitScripto ourselves that can extract the text, and then you can have your blog post, right? So you get three birds with one stone. That's kind of the saying, right? I'm sorry, I have to laugh about myself. Most of you know that I'm European and not American, so especially with these sayings, I just crack myself up. So what can you do with Flixsterz Next? You have unlimited import of single streams. What does that mean? And I will show you in a quick demo how you can do this. You can just take a TikTok URL, Facebook URL, Google Drive video, Dropbox video, Amazon S3 video, Vimeo, or a link with an MP4 extension, and you can pull those videos in straight away to Flixsterz. Now, what does Flixsterz do? It takes the origin from the video and streams it on your channel, right? It doesn't import. It doesn't You don't need to download it. You don't need to upload it. I mean, how many times have I wasted time downloading videos from my Vimeo account, uploading it to YouTube, uploading it to Facebook? I mean, you just go crazy in order to get it there, right? So that's a thing of the past when you're using Flixsterz. Now, the other thing that you can do is bulk upload, right? Or bulk import in this case. As you see on this presentation, you just put in a keyword and a public search, you press search, and then you can see all these videos popping up in your screen, and you just select or deselect the videos that you want to import into your channel. And I'm going through this quickly because you've already seen this at least once. I just want to prompt your mind whenever you've got a question so that we can answer that after I've gone through all of the features. Because what I've noticed with your channels, and I often look at the channels that are created, is that you're not using all the features, not all the benefits that Flixsterz is using, okay? So what we're calling ethical video hacking is using other people's videos. For example, I'm using Russell's video to promote his products. I get an affiliate commission from doing that. And when I import them in Flixsterz, I just put my own title in it, I put my own description in it, I put my own links in it, and obviously I don't have to produce that video because it's already made, right? So that's what we call ethical video hacking, and I strongly suggest that if you're in affiliate marketing or you want to start with affiliate marketing, that you do that. What we added on top of the Flixsterz Pro version is an introduction video. Now, the main reason why we did the introduction video is because other than what YouTube does, whenever the people are following your channel, you can see that you've got a new follower. Well, great, you've got a new follower. The moment that you add a new video to your channel, it's not that follower automatically hears about your new video, right? Maybe 10% of your followers will hear about that. So what we believe it was very important is to have your own list creation that you can do with Flixsterz Next. That means, why is this introduction video so important? Whenever someone comes to your channel and you've got an introduction video and tell them, this is what my channel is about, this is what you can experience here, please register on our site. And at that moment, the moment that they want to register, they have to leave their email address, right? So you will have email addresses on your account that you can use for your list building. You can use it for promoting your own products. You can use it to promote other people's products. And again, our objective is for you to earn money with this, right? Not just to produce videos and have a reputation of good videos. You want to earn money. So that's why we added that. We added the podcast feature. We added the blog post feature, and we'll go into that when we go live, at least show the demo, right? And you have your social sharing. So even if you've got your imported videos, you can share them on the social media platforms, right? And then they'll have to come to your Flixsterz channel because you want to generate your traffic towards your Flixsterz channel in order to get them subscribed and get their email address, right? It's a very natural way, rather than an opt-in page, for people to register and leave their address. It's very seamless in this way, okay? So you can create, well, you'll have your own list of users on your channel. You can monitor what happens on your channel with a dashboard that we provide. We've got an admin overview, right? So you've got your admin panel where you can also see statistics. And you've got, manage your videos, where in this case, you can see your videos, how many views it has, how many likes it has, just in one view, right? So you don't have to go to video to see, hey, what's happening, which video is really getting the most likes, the most dislikes, comments, etc. Okay, all available in your Flixsterz. You can see how many comments, and we've produced 8 different languages. These are the languages that are most used online. So you can leverage that as well if you want to have channels in different languages. And I've seen many of you using different languages. You got your day and night mode. Default selection that we put on is the dark, the night mode. But users that come to your channel can flip it on to day mode. So in that case, the background would be white. One of the other biggest benefits is that, on YouTube, you always run the risk that your channel gets banned. Now, I've used examples in the past of my son that had a gaming channel on YouTube. He stopped putting videos on there, and I asked him, why are you stopping uploading your videos on YouTube? He said, well, we've been warned like twice that we've used certain content, and in this case, it probably was music. The moment that we get another strike, our channel will get banned. And they had about 300,000 subscribers on that channel. So it's just a waste of time, right? They put so much effort into building that channel, and they're not producing anything anymore. The other thing is, while launching Flixsterz, just as a side note, the owner of JVZoo sent me a message. He said, well, can I use Flixsterz for a channel that I want to set up? And I know that if I set it up on YouTube, it'll probably get banned, because how does that work with Flixsterz? I said, well, if you use Flixsterz, you have no risk of getting banned. I mean, you produce your own policies on your site. That means they can see your privacy policy, the way it is used, and if people subscribe, they have to agree to that policy, right? So he said, well, that's awesome. So even the owner of JVZoo, where that is used for our checkout with Flixsterz, is interested in using Flixsterz for that purpose. Now, I'm not telling you his channel. Obviously, that's confidential. But when it comes out, it'll be awesome. Yeah, I definitely think it's a great idea that they have there. Now, there are also some upgrades that you could go into. So let me just quickly go through the upgrade features. The first upgrade was the ultimate upgrade, where you can exchange your logo and your favicon. Okay. Now, there have been a couple of questions about that. Not really about exchanging the logo, because everyone can do that, but how that works with a custom domain. Well, a custom domain is a true white label, and for that we need to do manual work, and for that you have to buy into the webinar bundle and the bundle offer that we've had. And many of you have done that, and in that package you get 10 white label accounts. That means 10 custom domains that you can create for either yourself or for others, right? And we'll go into that in a minute. So you can also update your view and like count in the upgrade. You have integration with autoresponders. You can create your playlist, and many of you know what the benefit of playlists are, and integrate with a messenger. That means if people want to send you, every user that signs up with your platform can send you a message on the platform itself. Okay, so not only can you share to social media, you can message using the messenger, and you will get notified with a little bell icon that we've put on the platform, so that there is a new message for you. We have the pay upgrade. Now, this is important for those of you that want to monetize the channel. You can monetize a single video if you would want, right? So if there is a specific webinar, for example, that you want to have paid, then you just fill in the amount on the, as you can see on the screen, it says as long as the price is 0, it's free. And if you want to have it paid, you have to put in a price there. Now, you can also do that. You can also price not only videos, but categories. On the left side of the screen, you can see the different categories that you have. And with this pay option, you can change the titles of those categories. So if you don't want to have the default categories, you can change that. And on the category, you can put an amount in there. So if you have a group of videos that you want to have paid for example, a course that goes from video 1 to 20, right? Then you can have that paid for by a category. You can also have, I think I've got a separate slide for that, where you can put the whole site as a premium site, just like Netflix. What else can you do with the pay upgrade? You can place ads on top of the video, next to the comments, and underneath any video. So those can be ads that go to money sites that you own, or affiliate offers. So it's an easy way to monetize that. This is the way you can change the categories, and this is the way how you can set up your Prime channel, right? You put in a price whenever they come to your channel. whenever they want to watch any video on that channel, they'll have to pay a certain amount. We've had an agency upgrade. You can understand that not only you are interested in having, your own channels online, there are many other businesses that would be interested in using channels online. These can be local businesses, and I'm going into a quick case study where you can see that also non-local businesses, but more influencers online are really looking for a solution that we've provided. Okay, so you'll have your own dashboard to create your clients. We are adding some marketing material that you can use in order to sell online, and that you can see here. And this is kind of a summary of that. Now, the case study I want to give you so that at least you know and how you can use your own channel and leveraging all the features is with gregarious.flixsterz.com. You can go to this URL yourself and have a look at it yourself and to see what she has done. And this is an online influencer that is in the astrology niche. Okay, so this is the channel that she had on YouTube. She is producing quite a bit of content each day. So she's a master content provider. And but what she had to do is publish on YouTube, but not only that, she had to put her podcast on SoundCloud, and she had to put her blogs on her site called astrologyalookinside.com. And you have so many places where you have to put your blogs, your podcast. There's no central location. So she said, I love the ability to have one channel where I can do everything at once, right? So I can send my clients to this page. And that's what you can see here. Now, what she also does is she adds not only her own videos, but also other people's videos to it. Just to, the moment that you are associated with people that are well known in your industry, just by sheer association, your profile will increase, right? And the trust that people will have in your channel will increase. So that's very important, an important element that she's implemented on her site as well. And I urge you to do the same, right? Again, you can see on this slide, on the left side, you can see the mobile view. On the right side, you see the desktop view. We've made sure that people that are consuming your content on mobile or on desktop, they can consume it in a very pleasant way, right? A very seamless way. We've added a podcast. Now, important there is, and we've experienced it with our podcast as well. A lot of people like to have or use podcasts while they're working out, while they're in their car, putting on their headphones, and you need to have an easy way for people to consume your podcast. And people are more likely to subscribe for podcasts than to videos. That's at least based on our test. We can see that podcasts are more subscribed to than videos. Okay, because once they are into listening to you in the morning or during their commute, they want to hear more of you. Here is the blog post that she's put. She doesn't only put them on our site now, she just puts them on Flixsterz because there is where she can capture email addresses whenever people subscribe, right? So she left us a testimonial. You can see from this slide, no longer do you need to use YouTube and SoundCloud and a website. You can do it all in the Flixsterz software. Here we go. So give me a 1 in the box if you can see the Flixsterz channel on your screen right now. Okay, I can see the ones. Okay, so this is a Flixsterz channel that I just created, and let me go from just when you start your Flixsterz channel. Okay, so when you start your Flixsterz channel, you likely have no videos in there, right? So whenever you come to and you've set up your Flixsterz channel, you have to log in here on the right. You have to click on this icon and click login. Okay, I'm already logged in, but that's the first thing that you need. You will have received, when you set up your channel, your login name, which is usually your your email address, and a password. Okay, once you do that, you see, depending on which version you have, these menu options and these menu options here on the admin panel. Okay, so first of all, we don't do anything here because there are no videos, right? When you just come to this. So we'll go to the admin panel, and I've already got this open, and the first screen that you would see is the dashboard. You'll see how many videos, and in this case, when you just created your channel, these will be all 000, right? The first thing what you want to do is, when you want to use bulk import from YouTube, is you have to go to settings, general settings, in order to enter your API key for YouTube. Okay, and we have separate instructions. Won't go through that now, but how you can do that and obtain this API key. When you fill this in, you just press save, and the next thing you do is you go to videos, import videos from YouTube. And watch this. So in this case, I'm talking about a lifestyle channel, right? So I can use a keyword to find lifestyle type of videos. Maybe lifestyle even works, right? And if I want to import it into a certain category, maybe entertainment, then I can select that here. And I don't want to auto import. I just want to select the videos that the system produces itself from YouTube. I click search, and what you'll see is all the videos with the keyword lifestyle. Okay, for some reason, when you click lifestyle, you get many fancy cars. Do you notice that? You get many fancy cars. So if you're a car lover, you may want to use those videos to import into your channel. If you don't like a certain video, maybe it's in another language. Let me see if I've got something in another language here that you do not want to import. No, not necessarily, I think. Then you just click this box, right? If I don't want to have this video on my channel, or I don't want to have that video on my channel, just deselect it. If I don't think it's enough videos that I've imported, you can do load more, and it'll produce even more videos that you can import. Okay, you see that? So once you've selected your videos, I can import selected, and you can see that it's just that easy. And these ones I deselected to import those videos. So if I go back to my channel and I refresh, all the videos you can see are in here right now. It's that easy. So these are other people's videos. If you have your own channel on YouTube, what you do is you go back to your admin panel. And in this case, it's taking it from YouTube. So let me just open YouTube. Let me show you how you can do that. And I can pick any channel. Okay, it's a bit slow because we're on a webinar at the moment. So for example, I want ambient music. And I can see this is the channel, right? And it always produces a intro. But on the URL, what you can see is this code. And this code is actually the channel code. Okay, you just copy that channel code, go back to your admin panel, enter that code, and you choose import from channel. Okay, in this case, it's music. Let it search. And you can see all the videos that are from that particular channel. If this is your own channel, awesome, great. Select all the videos and click import, right? If you don't have enough, load more. If you want to have a channel that has ambient music, you don't need to create the content. The content is already there, right? How many videos have already been created? How much music has already been created? You just use it. Now, many times I've been asked, but hey, can you really use other people's content? Actually, you can. If you use YouTube, the current policy is if you stream, and again, I'm not downloading the content, I'm not uploading it to my own platform, I'm streaming it through my own platform, is kind of embedding a video that has been made public, right? So this video And here, any video which I would select is I can share it, and I've got a link that I can share, right? Or I can use an embed code, right? This embed code I can put on my website, I can put anywhere. It's allowed by YouTube. And that's what we are leveraging with Flixsterz, that technology. So is it allowed to use other people's content? Yes. If you do it this way, yes, you can, right? And build your list with other people's content. So that's obviously most of the times that's the way that you would import videos. Now, what if you have videos on other hosting platforms? For that, you go to your channel, you have to log in as a user, and then you see this blue camera. And then what you can do is you can local upload, which I do not suggest, especially when you have bigger files. Just put it on Google Drive and stream it through Flixsterz. But you can cloud import, and you can put here any URL from YouTube, Vimeo, TikTok, MP3, Facebook, Google Drive, and Dropbox. Okay. Now this is single video import. This is not bulk import. So you will have to select the URL. In this case, I can do a TikTok video. I can fetch the video, right? I can put in my own title. This is actually a video on TikTok. I can put my own title, my own description, put it in the category I want, etc., and then publish it, right? I need to put a title in. I need to put a description in, and publish it. And I've got this video that will show, right? There we go. Go and play it. I just so this is a streaming a current video on TikTok through your channel. Videos that are in high demand, at least the way they a lot of people wanna look at you know, spend their time on TikTok. It's like watching TV. I won't qualify that. Okay, so that's what you can do in terms of videos. Now, in order to add your podcast, I'm thinking if I would, let me just go through the elements of the admin panel first, so that actually you know what's included on the back end. So here is where several features that I just discussed in the slides you can find. Okay, when you go to the dashboard, you see the analytics. When you go into settings, general settings is the YouTube API, and the payment settings is if you want to, you know, one is to add your PayPal account and your Stripe account. Your white label settings, what we call a white label, is not a true white label. Okay, there's a difference, and we'll talk about that later. Is where you can add your logo and your favicon. Now, your logo is the logo that is presented here, right, where the Flixsterz logo is. And the favicon is this little icon on the top. Okay, so if you look at this channel, for example, this is my product launch channel. You can see the logo on the left, on the top left, right? And you can see that the favicon has changed from the Flixsterz favicon into my own, which is a little D for Danny, right? Got here the introduction video on this channel, and that's typically the first video that people will see, and they can play this video straight away when they come into the channel. Obviously, they can X out and they can look at other videos on my channel. Okay, so that's the logo and the favicon. Then site settings is all the settings that are relevant for the search engine. So I always suggest that you do fill these in so that the search engines can find your channel as well. You can insert some custom code here. That is for if you run some ads, if you want to have people retargeted, you can put here your Google pixel or your Facebook pixel. That's the area that you can find here. And the site settings, the site premium settings is if you enable that, people before they look at any video, they have to pay a price. Okay, that's on this channel, it's now 0. Then you can see users. In this case, you can see me as a user because I'm the only user here. But you can see here, here's my email address. I can just copy and paste it to my autoresponder. Manage videos is any video that you have just imported. You can obviously also delete You just select that and delete it here with this delete icon. You can also edit it. So in this case, I can go to the edit and I can edit the description, I can edit the title, and I can edit the thumbnail, just adding a picture, right? So if I want to add a picture here, I just can add a thumbnail there. And let me just go back. The other thing that I showed you in one of the upgrades is that I can update the views, because this video, if it's my own video or someone else's video, I can update the view count. So if it has like 120 views and 12 likes, then I can add that here, save changes, and now it will show those views and likes on this video. Okay, so that's what you can do on managed videos. You can put in a keyword if you have many videos to find your video that you want to do. You can have different selection options here as well. We have blog posts, what we call articles. You can add a new article, blog post here with a thumbnail, and you can manage articles here. So we got this one article that we added on this channel. We've got managed podcasts. Don't know if there is a podcast here. It's probably a test. For example, what would people see if I go here to my podcast? Is they see this little icon and multiple icons. If you've got multiple podcasts, you just go into the podcast itself and people can play it. Right. What people can also do is they can fast forward and go back, and they can play it on different speeds, which is very important for podcasts, because some people like to consume your content at a higher speed. I used to do that. I do that all the time when I go through books, audiobooks. Okay, so that's a key feature. Other things on the admin channel or admin panel is the intro video. Intro video that you saw on my channel is currently disabled for this channel, but I can pick any video that I've uploaded or imported and produce it as an intro video. Okay, so I'm doing that for this account. Autoresponders, you can connect your autoresponders here. You can manage comments. Any comment that is has been made on one of your videos, you will see here. So you don't have to go to a specific video to see if there's a comment. Okay, you can just do that from a single screen. You can advertise, as I showed, on the header, footer, the watch page sidebar, or the watch comment, next to, I think it's underneath the comments. And you can change here the categories. Okay, so if you want to change out the category of film and animation, what I told you is not only you have to do that in English, but all the 8 other languages if you want to use that. Okay, if you know your audience is just English, you can just change this. And you can make this category a premium category. So if you have a category that is just free, people that can consume your free videos, just create a category that is premium for your videos that you want to, the series of videos that you want to have as paid. Okay, and then you have pages, manage pages. This is what you see on a specific channel on the bottom. Okay, so this is terms of use, privacy policy, and about. If you look at underneath this channel, you can see the terms of use, privacy policy, and about. I suggest that you do fill these in so that people know what your policy is, okay, for use, etc. That's all what you do on the back end of Flixsterz. Now on the front end, let me go to this channel again. Takes a minute to load. If you want to add, I showed you this icon for cloud import, single cloud import and file upload. You've got here a comments or an inbox section where if you've got a user that is sending you a message, you can see that here. And you've got updates here. If you've got a message or you've got a recent like, you can see that next to the bell icon. Okay, so it prompts you for any updates that have been made on your channel. You do have to log in for that, so don't forget about it. Then on the left side, you obviously have your blog posts. You can see there's a blog post here. If you want to create a blog post, you can also do it from here. The other way was through the admin panel and create it, but here is where you can also create your blog post. And for your podcast, here's the way you create your podcast. It's pretty easy. You upload your audio file, you upload an image, select your category, enter a tag, else it doesn't publish, and you need to enter in a title and a description. Okay, and then what people will see is what they see, for example, in this podcast that I just showed you. There are other elements. So if you look at the channel, this is the channel URL that you can also send people to. Oh, sorry, I don't think I populated that one yet. So in this case, this is the channel view of my channel. You can add a banner that you can see here. You can add your profile picture, and here is where the videos are that are specific to this channel. Here's where you can find the playlists. Now, how do you add videos to a playlist? Pretty simple. You select a video that you want to add to a playlist. Get a couple of things that you can see here. If you click share is where the video can be shared on social media platforms, and you can embed a video on your site, just like what you can do on YouTube. If you want to add it to a playlist, you can create a playlist and then check mark the playlist so that the system knows that this video needs to be added to a certain playlist. Okay, and also from here you can add the video again if you want to edit anything. If it's not correct, or if you want to include your affiliate link for a video that you've imported from someone else, right? The other thing that you can also do is that, at least users, is they can click autoplay. That means after one video, the next video will be autoplayed in a specific playlist. So especially when I go to playlists, I don't know if I've added everything to a playlist. I think I have. Oh, no. So if I click on the playlist, you can see all the videos that are included in this playlist. And it'll go one by one, right? Day 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, that's where playlists are really helpful. And if you want to send people to a playlist, you just use that URL that Flixsterz produced, and you can send them straight away to a playlist that you want them to see. Okay. Kevin says, man, you thought of everything. Yes. Well, actually, our users have thought of many things that we've implemented in here, and that's why we love that. Anything that you've missed from my presentation versus the demo that you've said, hey, you talked about this, but I haven't seen it yet? Can you schedule uploads? No, you cannot schedule uploads. But again, Thomas, what I suggest you do is we are allowing the upload, but I do not suggest that you use the upload. Just use the one. You will get into a maximum that you could upload, and if that is really what your question is about uploading, because if it's importing is unlimited. What I showed you, other than the YouTube API may limit you in terms of how many videos you import on a day or on a certain period of time, the easy way to go about that when that happens is just create another API key, and then you can continue straight from there. If you can see that here, you know, I've also produced many of those APIs. Okay. How to put up an intro video. Intro video is pretty simple. You just go to the section intro video, and you set intro video, and you select the video that you would like to use as an intro. Okay. So in this case, if I go to the admin panel on this one, I've selected day 1 as my intro video. Okay. Oh, Thomas, you meant importing. Yeah, importing is not scheduled. But you can have unlimited imports, bulk import and single import. So does the video have to be public on our channel? And when you're talking about on our channel, Delphine, is on your YouTube channel? Yes, it has to. So the only way I can import from YouTube is if these videos have complied with the YouTube policy that says, yes, people can share this video on their websites. Okay, so it has to be public. So that is indeed the case. So for that, my monologue, and to point you out the elements that you can expect into Flixsterz. I will now have a look at your questions. So if you have certain questions about what I just went through, then I can just at least open up the Flixsterz channel and show you how you can do certain things. Okay, so I will just go through. Give me a second to go through the questions. So why does each user have only one channel? This is a question from James. Well, every subdomain that we create is one channel. Okay, you can create, depending on which upgrade you bought into, but at least on Flixsterz Next, you have 2 channels that you can create. On one of the upgrades, we even add 5 extra channels, and on the agency, we, whatever you pick, 20, 50, or 100 channels, you can create on those options. So one user can create multiple channels, and in this case, multiple channels means multiple subdomains. Okay, I hope that's clear. I purchased the pay option, but will never monetize. I just needed to be able to alter categories. That's fine, Eric. If you just want to use that to alter categories and maybe have the opportunity to monetize at a later stage. And don't forget, you don't only monetize your channel through putting an amount in a video or category or channel, right? You can add advertising, those advertisements on the top, and then even monetize through that, just sending people to an offer, right? Whether it's your own or an affiliate offer. Okay, so another question, can you walk us through setting up a custom domain? I've managed to set one with the help of customer service. So yes, so when you have bought the white label version, a white label setup, basically, the steps are as follows. One, you set up your channel. That means you create your subdomain and you upload all the videos, you import the videos that you want to have on that channel. Then next, if you want to, it's basically a redirect. You want to have a custom domain, you have to purchase that custom domain, right? Let's say your custom domain is called customdomain.com. So what we will need to do in the backend of the platform is to connect your subdomain on Flixsterz with your customdomain.com. And that's something that we have to do manually and cannot be done automatically. That's the reason why every white label customer gets its own personalized support. Okay, so make sure you do that, and we will help you out setting up those custom domains. Bought Ultimate OTO, but didn't buy the Next and Beyond. Are they still available? Brad, yes, they are still available. What I will do is when I hand it over to Craig, I will add those links into the chat message, and then you can go straight to that. Okay. Adrian, I love Flixsterz. Well, Adrian, I showed your custom your channels on this presentation, and we love you for using Flixsterz the way you do. On FE, I saw the playlist is already available. Why do I need? This is a question from Bobby. If you have playlists available, then you must have gotten the ultimate version. So if there's anything, just message me up, and then I'll see what's going on in your account. But that's playlists are in the ultimate version in this case. When I create a channel, will this channel have the Flixsterz domain name in it? When you create it, Maurice, yes, it will have the Flixsterz subdomain. If you want to exchange that Flixsterz subdomain, you will have to get the white label version. We provide 10 white label channels in that account, plus 50 agency account. Laura is asking if I use a YouTube video, at least import it, and it is removed from YouTube, what happens? Laura, if that is, in this case, it'll likely be a video from someone else. that you are importing into your channel. Now, what does that user say on YouTube? YouTube says, you know, if you're using, you put your video public, other people can embed those videos on their websites. If that video is removed, that user actually says to YouTube, I don't want this to be shared anymore, right? And in that case, it will not be shown on your Flixsterz channel either. Because one thing is that we do not want you to, you know, be not be in compliance with YouTube policies, right? You're using a YouTube API key to import videos from others, basically saying I'm embedding this video in my channel, and that is allowed according to YouTube, and we want you to be in compliance with YouTube along the way, right? We don't want you to have any issues in that regard. If it's your own video on YouTube, you can obviously control that yourself. Then there's a question from Thomas. I noticed that subdomain is not secured with HTTPS. Well, Thomas, that only happens in the first 15 minutes after you've set up your channel. Okay, it takes about 15 to 30 minutes for the SSL certificate to be populated on the site. So if you just wait 30 minutes, that'll automatically resolve itself. Certain questions I will reply to when I hand it over to Craig, because they are pretty you know, unique for your channel. This is for Eric. Do you have a support team? James Curry asks. Yes, we have. We have 3 people that are working on your support tickets whenever you send them in. That's besides myself. Importing from YouTube, any copyright infringement, Thomas? That's what I just addressed. No, you do not. That's basically what people allow. Okay, Sam has some issues with adding a logo. We will take that offline, Sam. Okay. Can you explain the benefits of 50 agency accounts? I can, Khalil. What I'd like to do is explain to you that after I've handed over to Craig, because he's also going to talk about something that has to do with agencies. And I just want to keep the suspense here up because it's going to be a lot easier for me to answer that question after his presentation. So just keep the questions coming in, and then I'll try to answer them throughout the webinar. I'd like to hand it over to Greg. I'm just going to see if Craig is there. Craig, are you there?
Sure am, buddy.
Hey. Okay, so what we're going to do, Craig, is I'm going to hand over the presentation to you, and then we'll see if that all is going to be clear to the users that are currently online. Okay, so what I will do is I'll make you presenter.
Perfect.
And hopefully you will get that message right now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can you see my screen yet?
I can see your screen. Guys, can you put a 1 in the box if you can see Craig's screen? Yep, all good. You're good to go.
I can't see the chat box though, so if I do ask questions,
I will manage the chat box. Yeah, no problem.
Perfect.